All right, so the next thing with the derivative of the e to the x is also going to be applying it with the product and the quotient rules. So for first example, we'll take a look at applying it with the product rule. So we want to use the product rule to find the derivative of f of x is equal to x times e to the x power. Now, if we remember, our product rule is left d right plus right d left. So our left function is x and our right function is e to the x. So if we want to find the derivative, we're going to have f prime of x is equal to, our left is x times the derivative of the right. Now, derivative of e to the x is just e to the x, so times e to the x, plus our right function, which is e to the x, times the derivative of the left. So the derivative of x is 1, so times 1. So rewriting this a little bit nicer, we'd have f prime of x is equal to x e to the x plus e to the x. Right, that's our first derivative. Let's take a look at the quotient rule. So if we were going to find the derivative of e to the x using the quotient rule, we want to just remember that our quotient rule is low d high minus high d low all over low squared. And so our low function is x and our high function is e to the x. So if we're going to find the derivative, we'll do the same thing, f prime of x. And then we take our low function, which is x, the derivative of the high function, so the derivative of e to the x is still just e to the x, minus the high function, which is e to the x, times the derivative of the low function, which is 1, all over the low function squared. So if we just clean this up a little, we have f prime of x is equal to x e to the x minus e to the x over x squared. And that's your first derivative. Try a couple. Let me know how it goes.